Is getting a girlfriend as simple as step 1, be attractive, step 2, don't be unattractive? It's a little bit more complex than this. In this video, I'm going to show you the fundamentals of how to get a girlfriend. The basic steps are as follows, but not necessarily in any particular order, because every guy has a unique journey. Understanding a girl's mind, what girls want, and how to give it to them, but no simping is allowed. Mindset framing, because it all starts in your head. Looks maxing to be the best version of yourself. Approaching and or talking to girls to show your unique personality. And finally, get the girlfriend. So let's take a deeper dive. What girls want and how to give it to them. You're trying to convince to her why she should date you. So it's important to understand girls and how they work. And when we peek inside a girl's mind, we see from her perspective the qualities that she finds attractive in other guys. Some of these qualities include, but not limited to, decisiveness. Once you make a decision, stick by it, unless circumstances require you to change your choice. But you should make a habit of changing your mind. Think about this. Do you want to follow a leader who changes their minds on a constant day-to-day basis? Productiveness. Take a look at someone who is hard at work. It doesn't matter what job they do. It could be a cook, a doctor, a construction worker. There's a sense of attractiveness for men who work hard, who have a purpose, a laser-focused mission, whatever he deems that to be. And who'll do whatever it takes, within means and reason, of course, to achieve it. Assertiveness. I'm not referring to aggressiveness. The difference is that assertiveness is saying what you want, what's on your mind, but considering other people's feelings. Aggressiveness is the complete opposite of that. You accomplish goals for yourself and other people that you care about by being assertive. Lack of neediness. Nothing turns a girl off more than a guy who constantly texts her, bothers her, calls her all the time. She needs space just as you need your space. And so, to be less needy, you need to be more productive, as it keeps your mind occupied on your purpose. Pride in his looks. You know, when you put effort in your looks, you work out, it shows that you care, that you work hard, that you try, and that's an attractive quality, not just in a man, but in a human being in general. A lazy couch potato is not attractive to most people. This is a given. People like seeing effort from other people, even if you fail many, many times. When you're fit, you naturally balance her femininity with your masculinity. Nice, but not pushover. So most people are nice people. There's nothing wrong with being nice. However, when you're too nice, you become a liability to yourself and to other people you care about. And so from a girl's perspective, she's afraid that a guy who is too nice becomes easier for other people to manipulate. Confidence, but not arrogance. It is the main requirement for pretty much everything in your life when it comes to dating, school, job, sports. It's the foundation in which everything else stands on top of. But when you become overly arrogant, it can become a weakness because other people can take advantage of this. Ability to listen to other people. I want you to imagine something that when you're talking to somebody and they don't listen to what you say, they forget everything that's important to you, they don't remember. How do you feel about that, right? But when somebody remembers things about you, like your birthday, the things you like, the things you don't like, maybe your pet peeve, you start feeling something different about that person because they actually care. When you care about a girl, you listen to her, to the little nuance and the little things about her, then she really appreciates who you are as a person. Money. Another topic for another day, but essentially you don't need to be filthy rich. Now that modern women are a little bit more dependent financially, and of course it depends on the country, they care just a tad bit more less. I do notice that there are guys who fall into this pit where a few negative thoughts will creep up into their mind and then all of a sudden it becomes so much that it becomes unbearable. It's time to frame your mindset in a different way. So instead of saying to yourself, a girl like her won't date a guy like me, you say instead, let me see if we are a compatible match. Instead of saying to yourself, I don't know if she'll like me, maybe I'm not her type, say instead, why do I want to talk to her? On a long-term scale, a bunch of negative self-talk and beliefs will crush you. So it's time to trash the negative talk. It's like if you have spoiled, smelly food in the refrigerator. You throw it out, right? Without any second thought. Starting baseline and where you stand. Look in the mirror, be honest, and see what you offer in terms of looks. What do you offer in terms of your values, your skills? Like many guys, myself included, you'll start seeing things you lack much more than things you have. But that's okay, because that's the starting point for changing yourself to be a better version of yourself. So to enter a relationship, we need to have something to give to the other person. Ask yourself this: do you want to be with a girl who literally has nothing to give to you? She takes everything and barely gives you anything back. Do looks matter? I would be straight up lying to you if I said looks didn't matter, because it does matter in some regard. But looks aren't everything. You only need enough looks to get kind of your foot in the door, to get her just a little bit interested. And remember that once you form an emotional bond with a girl, in her eyes, you are the most incredible person ever, because nobody can replace you. You know, girls want attractive guys, just like guys want attractive girls. Think about it. If you're a girl and you have options out of, potentially thousands of guys, who do you pick, right? You pick the highest quality that you can possibly get. You do the same thing too, because you also have some sort of standard. You just don't pick anybody out of billions of people. You can't force someone to find you attractive. It's very primal. It's very biological. There has to be some sort of initial attraction for two people to meet. And remember, just because someone thinks that they're ugly, or you think that yourself, does not mean that everyone else thinks so. The good news is that there are women who will find you attractive. Not everyone has the same taste, you know this, and not everyone will find the same type of people attractive. It's how the human species ensure genetic diversity naturally. If everyone was into the same type of people, if everyone liked Mario Lopez or Brad Pitt or Godfrey Gao, then that would lead to humans being genetically very similar. That means less genetic diversity, which means the human species would be prone to various types of illnesses. Fitness and muscle. From a girl's perspective, who is so accustomed to seeing muscular guys in movies, magazines, fitness, that is what's attractive to them. They already see this all their time, ever since they were little. And remember, even if dating doesn't work out, at least you'll have a great body you're proud of, you look good, you feel good, and you're free to use that body to do whatever you want. Travel the world, do whatever. You cannot do that with a messed up body. Final step is, essentially, you gotta go ask her. You cannot wait for girls to ask you out. Your job as a man is to take that risk and ask her out. That shows confidence, that shows you take some risk. That is what's attractive. Now's your chance to showcase your personality. Because if you never ask a girl out, you'll never know. She'll never know how incredible you are as a person, even if you have all these great qualities. Approaching women is another video I made separately, so check that out. One question you might ask is, why are girls looking for so many qualities in guys? Well, because they have no choice but to be selective in their dating partner because of her biological clock. She knows that her beauty will fade over time, so she only has a few chances to pick Mr. Right person before the boat sails away. And once it's gone, it's gone. Let me know what kind of trouble you have when it comes to dating and getting a girlfriend. And I also want to know what you disagree on. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time.